Greetings, everyone. DFG here. Hey, guys. Just want to share some quick information with you, but I'm going to begin this conversation. Uh, I guess I should say, monologue. I guess it's not a conversation unless we're corresponding. With Deuteronomy 28:13, where Yahuwah tells us, His people, that if we keep His commandments, He's going to make us the head and not the tail. And it's interesting because if you look at what's going on in America today, especially if you're in a business that you're interacting with individuals who are business owners, people who are in positions of, certain levels, I guess, of privilege, who are in position to maybe hire, reward, fire, other individuals. The arrogancy of those individuals is always, pretty clear. Not all of them, but most of them. There's almost this sense of entitlement that they come with, not because of their success, but because they feel like their success creates a situation where they are above, the others, those who are actually out there providing service for them, so that they can have the so-called, benefits or advantages of being, independently self-sufficient. But being independently self-sufficient does not give you permission to look down your nose at people. And I believe that Yahweh, in this instance, in this particular period of time, 2020, open our eyes, that in this particular period of time, He's given them something to not only reflect on, but I think He's giving them, a taste of their own medicine, to say it better than any other kind of way that I can think of. They're getting a chance to taste the bitterness that they have spilled on many of us, those who are out here, or who have spent years and sometimes decades, in the service industry, feeling more than not, truly, in many cases, unappreciated. You know what I'm saying? Not by the organization that creates the opportunity, but by those you serve inside of those organizations. I.e., now when you see these same individuals, now they're in this state of desperation almost. You know what I'm saying? That, first they're looking for some type of empathy. They want to share all their problems and all the issues they're having with the same people that they were, again, looking down their noses at not even 4 months ago. And now they're looking for, understanding and compassion, and they don't know what they're going to do. And they think it's strange that, those individuals look away when they look at them, or those individuals have a certain level of, detachment, for lack of a better word, towards them. And they think it's strange. Well, what's wrong with you? Nothing is wrong with those individuals. Those individuals are simply stating that, in the times that you had an opportunity, to show respect and at least a certain level of appreciation, you chose to take the position as though I was beneath you, that I was under you. And now, because the Yahweh has turned this thing around, at least that's what I believe, now you want to come back, and want empathy or want pity from those very same people, that you marginalize, for lack of a better word. And guess what? If I were you, I'm talking about the individuals who are in these positions of, I hate to use the word servitude, but that's what it comes down to. Just, let them suffer. Let them, feel their own pain. Let them deal with, their own, misery. Let Yahweh give them what He said in Deuteronomy 18. He's going to let Him make them the tail for a change. Maybe it'll straighten their behinds out. Maybe it would give them the next time, if things ever turn around, then maybe they'll have a better perspective and a better appreciation of how it feels to make someone else who may not have your privilege not feel like crap because you think you can crap on them because you got $2 more than them, or whatever amount of resources that you might have, that they, don't have for whatever reasons. So I say that, because again, it's just, what's going on with them. I feel that it's Yahweh telling us as a people that I still see you, that I still love you, although I know that the enemy has gone out of his way to try to destroy you and destroy, your seed, and try to make you feel that He did not love His people. And I think it's Yahweh's way of saying, I'm still here. Where are you? Again, I think it's Yahweh's way of saying, I'm still here. Where are you? Because if you read a little bit farther down in Deuteronomy, go to 14, he explains why he is not there, has not shown his strength. He's always there, but why he has not shown himself strong in our lives. As a matter of fact, if you go to 2 Chronicles 16:9, it says the Spirit of the Lord goes throughout the whole earth, seeking to show himself strong in those whose hearts are perfect towards him. He didn't say their life is perfect. He said their hearts are perfect. In other words, they are strong believers, and they will never compromise their faith in him. They will never walk away from him as their father. They will never deny him under any circumstance for anyone. And I would say this, and I say that to you to remind you. There's this, move away from this narrative that, have pity on your enemies. That's not the time for this. Is not the time for that. If you have pity on your enemy, all you do is give your enemy permission to continue to disrespect you and marginalize you and to hate you, and when they can, to kill you, or at least your seed. So this is not that I wanted. This is not that. This is not the time for that. You follow me? You show the scripture says you give honor to who honor is due. And that means that you treat people the way they treat you. And if they don't want to show you respect, you're not in your right mind showing them respect. Because when you do that, you just allow them again to continue to poop on you. You talk about in relationships wise. Let's come back into when you start looking at male-female relationship. One thing the lady goes, I'm not gonna let you mess over me. I'm not taking no crap off of no man. Rightly so. But here's my question for you: if you have that mindset towards your men, all right, then why aren't you having that same mindset towards your enemy? I'm going to say it again. If you have that mindset towards your men, you're not going to take any crap off of them when they disrespect you or treat you, in a way that's unbecoming of a woman. Then why don't you have that same mentality for the enemy? And men, the same thing for you. You follow me? The mindset, should be consistent. Unless you be, considered wavering-minded or a hypocrite. So my point is that, you follow me, just as you would not let somebody disrespect you in your personal life, don't let anybody disrespect you, period. And don't fall for that narrative about loving your enemies unless you loving all of them, including the one that you may be sleeping in the bed with. When he becomes or she becomes, antagonistic towards you or indifferent towards you or violate your trust. If you can forgive your enemy, then forgive them too. But you won't, and I'm not saying that you should. My point to you is that the message is clear to us in this day and time. This is not the time to get in the way of Yahweh's judgment, lest you be judged. And stop trying to play God, some of you. This is my chance to show them, what love looks like. No, it isn't. It's time for Yahweh to show them what judgment looks like. And if you're not careful, you'll end up getting judged right along with them for your behavior by interfering and trying to come to the rescue of individuals who need to see the face of judgment. Go back and read our history. I'm sorry, golly. There are many instances where, Yahweh was judging and our people jumped in the way and ended up paying a heavy price for that. An individual jumped in the way and paid a heavy price of it. Then there are other stories where we not only were instructed to rid ourselves of them, but we were instructed to separate ourselves and come from among them and don't look back. Remember Lot's wife? All right? So I just share this little moment with you because, just as I see these things and I see the tide starting to change and see Yahweh coming in with a humbling spirit upon all this arrogancy, these high-minded, stiff-necked, prideful, mean-spirited, demons who serve mammon, not the Most High. And now all of a sudden they want the people of the Most High to somehow have empathy towards them, when we as the people of the Most High need to step out the way and let Yahweh do what Yahweh has promised us that he would do to those oppressors, our enemies. Judge them. All right? I'm coming back later on with with another video that I think I want to share with you about fear. I know I want to share with you because he put it on my heart. And it's going to be very insightful. I'm going to use the book to guide the conversation, at least, the message. And you want to look for that one. I really believe that he's gonna use that particular message as something to really help you if you happen to be struggling or concerned during this coronavirus, thing, whether you think it's a hoax or you believe it is what it is, whatever your thoughts might be. But I think that message will bring about some clarity and encouraging encouraging, and it will also be an encouraging message as well. Okay, that's coming later on this evening. But again, guys, appreciate you, love you in a gappy way, and talk to you soon. But let them take their punishment, let them take their medicine. All right, it's time. Bye now.